Ooh, Necrozma or Necrozma. Which Necrozma is better in Pokemon GO? Well, today we'll find that out together as I explain to you guys in great details which to fuse. Alright, so hi to love you guys. So yes, many people have been asking me which Necrozma to fuse. Even when we did the Necrozma raid day, I had a few people who came up to me to ask me like, hey Brandon, which Necrozma should I actually fuse for, man? Well, I tell them depends on situation, depends on what you would like to use it for. It's true, which I'll explain to you guys in great detail. So I'm going to go to here and show you guys under 4-star. These are my Necrozmas that I've gotten the handles off. I'm not going to fuse the other two yet because I'm going to save for the Ultra Necrozma. We're not sure how it's going to be released, but I'm going to keep them as the unfused Necrozma form. So yes, I have one Dusk main and also one Dawnwing Necrozma, and both of them are hundo, powered up to level 50 already. So I caught this when I was in at the event itself for the Go Fest, and I'll tell you guys that they both serve different purpose. First of all, if you look at the typing for this particular one with the Dusk main, the one with the main is basically the one that you fuse with the Solgaleo, the one that looks like a lion, hence why it looks like there has like a mane. And Dawn, basically you can fuse it during the daytime, evolve it during the daytime to get the Solgaleo. Whereas this one, the Dawnwing, you can only get this fusing it with Lunala. So Lunala basically has the wings, so hence why it's called Dawn Wings. So that's how to remember Dawn Wings with the wings, Dusk Mane with the lion mane. Alright, makes sense? So this one, the typing, you guys can see it is a psychic and ghost typing. The one with the wings, the one with the mane actually is a psychic and steel typing Pokemon. So both of them, their typing itself, they are different already. As for the moves though, you guys can see it has Sunsteel Strike, Metaclaw and Sunsteel Strike. Let's disregard the second charge move because that's for PvP purpose. But if you check out the Necrozma, the Dawnwing Necrozma, it has Shadow Claw and Moongeist Beam. Don't get me wrong though, the Dusk main one also has Shadow Claw, but you do not want to use Shadow Claw on this if you want to use it as a pure steel type attacker, which is for raids purpose. But if you're using it for PvP, Shadow Claw is the way to go for, which I'll show you guys in a bit too. So you guys can see this one has Moongeist Beam. Moongeist Beam is a 100 energy move with 230 damage dealt. Likewise for the Sunsteel Strike is also the same, is 100 energy with 230 damage dealt, which is insane. Both of these moves, they are the number one move for each of their typing, a ghost typing or a steel typing. They're basically number one, hence why they are actually ranked so highly. So let's talk about for gyms or raids. For gyms wise, I wouldn't recommend using Necrozma because the move requires 100 energy as compared to say a Shadow Metagross. With Shadow Metagross, you would actually be able to use your moves much quicker, in a sense that you can actually take out the gym Pokemon much sooner, and you don't have to fire off an extra move that will basically overkill the Pokemon itself. So whereas for raids purpose, it's very different. The Necrozma is definitely better than the Shadow Metagross itself. In fact, I'll tell you guys this though, the non-Shadow Necrozma is actually stronger than the Shadow Metagross by a mile. It's insane. Alright, so this one is literally the number one steel typing Pokemon that you can ever get for now. This is literally the number one ghost typing that you can ever get for now. Well, want to see some simulations? Let's go ahead to check out a very good website, and that is PokeBattler.com. So PokeBattler, we'll check out PokeBattler first for the simulations for raids. So let's go ahead to see if we were to fight something that is weak against ghosts. So a psychic type Pokemon or a ghost typing Pokemon, they are both weak to ghosts, and you actually will want to use a ghost or a dark typing Pokemon against it. So if we were to take a look at, if we were to raid Necrozma or even a Mewtwo for example, the number one Pokemon to use, alright, would actually be Necrozma, then the Dawnwings. It's so strong that it's even stronger than a Shadow Tyranitar. This is accounting the fact that we are looking at TTW, which is time to win, the fastest time to take down the raid boss itself, and it's even ahead of Mega Tyranitar itself. It's even ahead of Mega Gengar. Take a look at this. A non-Shadow Pokemon is stronger than a Shadow and even stronger than a Mega Pokemon as a Ghost typing Pokemon. You guys can see we have Shadow Claw and Moongeist Beam over here. Yep, that is basically the #1 ghost typing Pokemon. And also, ghost typing and dark typing moves, they do super effective damage to the same typing, basically to psychic and also to ghost. So hence, if you basically are considering to use ghost or dark, you might as well just use Necrozma in this sense. But it depends on the move that the opponent has. Also, if it actually has a dark pulse, for example, then obviously the Necrozma will be ranked slightly lower, because the Shadow Tyranitar actually resists the dark typing move with a total of 9 deaths for the Shadow Tyra, but 27 deaths for Necrozma. So that's something to take into consideration also. But if you're going to suffer both resisted damage or both the same typing damage, like against Outrage, the Necrozma definitely is way ahead, like literally. So the Dawnwing one, the ghost typing one, the one with Moongeist Beam, that is the one that you want to use if you want to fight a Pokemon that is a psychic or ghost typing Pokemon. Alright, so the next one is going to be against Shadow Reg Ice. The reason why I chose this Pokemon is because it's a Pokemon that is weak to currently available, and it's also weak to fire, fighting, and also steel, and also rock. So currently the #1 Pokemon to use against it, remember I said, yeah? Necrozma, not Shadow. So Necrozma, the Dusk main Necrozma with Metal Claw and Sunsteel Strike, this is literally the #1 Pokemon. #1 steel typing Pokemon to use against it. So the next one, the next best, is actually Shadow Metagross if you do not account for Mega at all. So Shadow Metagross, you guys can see that the Necrozma would need 1075 seconds to take out the Shadow Regi Ice, is assuming, without jams, and also assuming, you can go in with a few people. So Shadow Metagross is 1234 seconds, alright, with Bullet Punch and Meteor Mash. Can you guys imagine that a non-Shadow Pokemon is actually way stronger than a Shadow Pokemon? This literally shows it, and that's why I actually prepared my team of Necrozma. And it's even ahead of Mega Lucario. Think about that, it's ahead of the 3 Megas available. So there's no Steel type Mega right now that is viable, other than, like, right now, Mega Steelix, which is, like I said, not a viable Steel type attacker. In the future, when we actually do have Mega Metagross, I'll tell you guys though, Mega Metagross is actually weaker than Shadow Metagross, which basically is going to tell you also that the Necrozma is going to beat the Mega Metagross in terms of DPS. So that's how strong the Necrozma is. So I'm going to show you guys back over here. I'm going to show you guys my team of Necrozmas. Right, so this is my team of Necrozma. So Necrozma, DW, that's my Dawnwing. I have a total of 5 powered up to level 50. And they are basically, this IV is 100, 98, 98, 98, and 98. Yeah. So the Dusk main, I'll just put DM at the back. So Dawnwing, Dusk main, so I can just basically just sort them accordingly. So I do not have to go and sort through all of them. Alright, so you guys can see it's 100, 98, 98, 98, 98, and yeah. So if you guys are wondering how did I get myself so many of the Solgaleo and also Lunala, I actually got Cosmox, which I actually asked people to trade to me because I gave them really, really rare Pokemon, like super duper rare Pokemon, and they were willing to give me Cosmox. Not everyone wants to build a team of 5 and 5. Some people, they're just happy with 1 and 1. So I think we get a total of 6. So the rest basically were traded from whoever that I met along the way. I traded about 10, so I have a total of 16. So we can actually get Solgaleo also, if we were to actually do it during the daytime, but I'm not going to do it right now with you guys. But basically, if you want to get yourself the Necrozma, you would have to go to here, and then you have to have the Solar and the Luna fuse energy, and then you fuse them. So you will go here, you fuse it with the Lunala. Alright, I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to show you guys, and we have to separate that. So I do not have any Solgaleo for fuse, but if I have a Solgaleo, if I were to evolve it during the daytime, my Cosmox, I would then be able to fuse my Solgaleo with this Necrozma, and it would take the IVs of the Necrozma. So even if you have a very bad IV Cosmox and you evolve it into either Solgaleo or Lunala, and you fuse it with the Hundo Necrozma that you will get a Hundo Necrozma. If you fuse it with a 98% shiny Necrozma, you will get yourself a shiny 98% fused Necrozma, which is basically what I've just shown you guys over here. Yes, this is my shiny. The shiny was from the Necrozma. There is no such thing as shiny Solgaleo or Lunala now in the game. So yeah, that's how it is. So anyway, that's that for the Necrozma itself. I'm going to show you guys using the Necrozma in PvP. Alright, so both of them, they actually are really strong, like I show you guys for raids purpose, but let's go to check them out for PvP wise. They will only be useful for the Master League, so don't bother by using them in the Ultra League or the Great League at all. They are not even eligible for the Great League. Alright, so we're going to type Necroz. Right, you guys can see the Dusk main is rank number 4. Remember the main, yeah, means the lion one. The one with the steel and psychic typing is rank 4. Alright, with Shadow Claw, Dark Pulse, and Sunsteel Strike. So you have to get Shadow Claw on it instead of Metal Claw. So Metal Claw, like I said, is the one that you will use if you are using it for raid purpose. Like I showed you guys against the Shadow Reg Ice, you will then use Metal Claw and also Sunsteel Strike. But for PvP Master League wise, you want to use Shadow Claw, Dark Pulse, and Sunsteel Strike. So I would change my fast move when I need to use the Necrozma for PvP purpose. But right now, I'm using it for the Shadow Reg Ice. So rank 15 is Necrozma Dawn Wings, whereas rank 79 is the Necrozma itself, the unfused form Necrozma. So you guys can see how strong the Necrozma is, especially after you fuse them. So you need Shadow Claw, Dark Pulse, and Moongeist Beam. So basically these two particular Pokemon, they are ranked really highly. This one hits really hard, however, because of its double weakness to Dark and also Ghost. If you get a mirror match against this Necrozma using the Shadow Claw, you might even get farmed down if you actually are unable to fire off one Dark Pulse or Moongeist Beam on it. Or if you actually phase one up with shields available. Alright, so hopefully you guys got some information in terms of how you guys would fuse your Necrozma, whether you guys would want to use your Necrozma to fuse with your Solgaleo or Lunala. I would actually urge you guys to actually do a bit of research in terms of what Pokemon you already have. I would suggest this though, if you already have powered up like good steel type Pokemon like Shadow Metagross or Metagross, I would urge you guys to actually work on the dark type or the ghost type team, so basically the Dawn Wings. But if you have powered up yourself some Shadow Tyranitar or some Shadow Gengar, I would then urge you to actually work on the Dusk main to get yourself the steel type one. So work on the one that you are lacking in instead of just, oh, I like, you know, steel type mons, and then you work on that, and then after that your ghost type team ain't too strong. So that's my suggestion. But if you can, work on them 50-50. For me, I've basically gotten a total of 5-5 each, so I'm basically done. Even though I got a hundo, and even if I did get myself the hundo during the Necrozma raid day, I don't think I'll be powering up for now. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to actually invest all the resources, over 500,000 Stardust or so, to actually just improve on one IV. Yeah. Alright, so if you guys got some information, useful information out of this video, definitely remember to leave a like on the video. It'll be much appreciated. Thank you very much. I want to see you guys in the next episode, in the next video. Yes, I gotta go now. Auntie Gladys and the rest, they're waiting for me for dinner. I'm late, but it's okay. They are also still on the way. They are late. I told them 7 o'clock, but we are all late. Alright, it's okay. Alright, that's it from me. So remember to share the video with your friends also. Alright, so goodbye.